Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to be talking about some Firefly guitars. There has been a recent drop of guitars, so if you are ever interested in this brand, now may be a good time to purchase one of them. In this lineup, there's really only one guitar that is kind of interesting me, and I am debating whether or not I want to buy it because it is their most expensive guitar. We'll start off with the acoustic line. Currently, that is sold out. So if they do have a regular acoustic and a thin line. If you don't want them, I understand because they are cheaper acoustics, but that is an option. And these models up top periodically change depending on what they have as well. If we go to the 338, the FF338, they have several different versions, all currently available. This is kind of like a Tom DeLonge, have a little bit like a Blueberry Burst. This is a Lucille copy. This is kind of a chameleon blue color, and then you have this, they call it Blue Pearl, kind of a copy of that one ESP color that they have where it kind of looks like a beach and sand. Best way I can describe it. The SP, that is going to be their Les Paul style. Now keep in mind with these, some of these have stainless steel frets, some of them don't. You really just got to click on one. For instance, this one is $220. This is kind of an Ace Frehley knockoff, and it'll specify, it'll say stainless steel and ball end frets. So if that's something that you're looking for, that's a spec that you really want, keep that in mind, read the description. To my knowledge, I believe there is a way to pay through a credit card, but I believe it's just easier if you have PayPal, so that's typically how you have to pay. And you can see some of these are currently sold out as well. Do apologize, I'm still fighting a sinus infection a little bit. If we go to the TL, this is going to be their Telecaster style, which they are currently sold out of. The ST is their Strat style. They just have the one chameleon green. We have, this is a newer one, the FFTC, which is basically like a Gibson double cut. So you got a Gibson double cut with Alnico 5. FF, that's basically a P90. This does have the stainless steel frets, mahogany body, neck, real rosewood fretboard. So you are getting actual rosewood. So for $169, I honestly wouldn't complain, even if this needs a little bit of fret work. If you're willing to put in the work yourself, I think this would be good for you. Now, let's see, we're on this one. Okay, so this is the one that I was looking at. This is their most expensive guitar. The reason it's the most expensive is because this is the only one, to my knowledge, that actually comes with a hard shell case. So they previously made this model in white. At the moment now, it is kind of like your Jimmy Page double neck style, with the uncovered humbuckers on the one, covered on the other. You do have 22 frets versus the Gibsons, which typically only have 20. You do have kind of the Epiphone style bridge. These are stainless steel frets, stainless steel and ball end frets. So you got a nickel string, bone nut, real rosewood fretboard, hard shell case, mahogany body and neck, 12 string, 6 string with a wide frequency range. They don't really specify the pickups. Most likely, you have 2 knobs here, and then your layout is going to be probably a 3-way for one neck, a 3-way for another neck, and then this switch probably switches between the 2 guitars. This is the one that I am debating. Do I want to buy it? Because I do like buying these and selling them. You know, sometimes you can make a couple bucks on these things. But this one doesn't seem like it makes a lot of money. At least the white one didn't. So this, I think, is a new offering. So this might be something that is worth the $400. I think they only charge $27 for shipping. This one might be a little more expensive for shipping. I'll have to figure that one out. But typically their shipping price, I don't know how they get it to $27, but that's what it is. And they don't do combined shipping. So if you buy multiple guitars, it's going to be 27 times multiple, just for a reference point as well. But this thing looks pretty cool. I've never owned a double neck, and you know, $400 for a double neck with stainless steel frets, 22 frets. Really isn't that bad. You know, even if you got to replace the pickups in this thing, not the end of the world. Next, we go on to the VX. This was a previous drop that they had. This is their Explorer style guitar. These are usually a little bit more expensive because there's more wood, but yet again, stainless steel ball end frets. Now, I did do a video of a bucket head, and I went through with a fret rocker and showed you that it probably needs a level and recrown. So that's something to keep in mind too. You may get some buzzing. It may not be the best guitar in the world. You may need a level recrown. And if you're buying that double neck, multiply that by 2, unfortunately. This is new as well. They just dropped a baritone. This one also stainless steel frets. And as I said, they will specify if it doesn't have stainless steel frets. This one actually looks like it's got kind of like a burled maple fretboard. Excuse me. Mahogany body, Canadian maple neck, maple fretboard, and black block inlays. 30-inch scale length to maintain string tension on low tunings. Baritones, easily reach those tunings. Nickel strings, bone nut, stainless steel ball end frets. This would be something nice to have if you're looking for a baritone. Right here. If you don't like the pickups, swap the pickups. Good to go. Is this a... And it is a string through as well, for those of you that enjoy the string through. And they do have one bass. This is actually the first time I've seen a bass offered by Firefly. And this thing, that is a really dark fretboard. It's like a Mustang kind of PJ bass, so mahogany. This one does not have, as you can see, if it doesn't say stainless steel frets, it doesn't have them. So you got the PJ pickups, rosewood fretboard, offset guitar body, mahogany guitar body, Canadian maple neck. They do that for a lot of things. The nickel strings, bone nut. But yeah, I think I'm just kind of making this video because I'm debating or not whether I want to dish out $400 on a double neck. Now, are there cheaper double necks out there? Yes, but Firefly does have some pretty solid quality. So after I bought that bucket head guitar, I made a couple bucks on that bucket head guitar as well. Because ultimately I didn't have the tools to do the fret work. That's what it comes down to. Is I've never done fret work on a guitar. It kind of scares me still. That's, I can do a full setup and everything, but I've never changed out a nut. I've never had to get a leveling beam, level all the frets, recrown them, and it definitely scares me a little bit. So when it's something where it's like only 1 or 2 frets, but that one had quite a few frets. On it, where if you really wanted that low, I mean, you could play it, no problem. You put on distortion, not a big deal. But if you really wanted that low action with that one, it was definitely going to need some work as well. But you're spending $220, I think, yeah, $220 tax and shipping. So it's probably pushing $300 if I remember correctly. By the time I got it to my house, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit under. But yeah, if you are interested in Firefly guitars. They do have a Firefly Guitar Facebook page where they will periodically show the drops as well if you are interested in buying them. So that is something that you may want to do too, is go follow the page, because then you will see, or they have an Instagram, all that stuff, fan pages, news pages, because these things sell out fairly quick typically. So yeah, sometimes they'll sit for like a week or two, but once they're gone, it's kind of like, are they going to come back anytime soon? Who the heck really knows? And nobody really knows when these will come back. So as I said, I've been following Firefly for a little while now. This is the first time I've seen a double neck. And if you Google Firefly double neck, I have only seen a white one. So to my knowledge, this is the first time they are doing kind of the Jimmy Page style. And they're not actual, keep in mind, none of these are actual signature guitars, They had a bullseye guitar, Zakk Wylde style, but it's not, it's not his actual signature guitar, but it looks like it. And it's not a Chipson. So I think that's why a lot of people like these things, because it is, it's a name brand, Firefly is the brand, but it doesn't say Gibson on the headstock. So it's not like you're blatantly ripping off. Like that bucket, I keep calling it a bucket head, but it wasn't called a bucket head. It was called a FFSP Elite. It was one of these style guitars, and they just doctored it up to look like a bucket head. So I mean, they're not actual signature models. Everybody calls them signature models, and it's kind of cool because if you want a signature model, this is a way to get one that is not a knockoff. Yes, it's not technically a signature model, but at the same time, it's not going to be a Fipson when you go to resell it. It's not going to cause you any issues as well. Because it doesn't say Gibson on the headstock, so that's something to think about too. But this is a hard debate for me, because $400 on a guitar on a double neck, and do I need a double neck? No, I do not. But this thing looks really cool, and I'm thinking about it. I'll be honest, it's definitely got me thinking if I should drop the money, because I think this is probably going to be close between taxes and shipping. It's probably going to be closer to $500 by the time I get it to my house. And if I don't like it, then I have to resell it, because you only have like 7 days to return it to them, and they do charge you for shipping to return. So if you end up not liking it, keep in mind you're going to be out 27, I think times 2, essentially. So you'll get most of your money back, but you're not getting all of it back. So that's something to keep in mind too. Other than that, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and comment down below. Share all that fun stuff, and as always, have a good one.